This video is going to explain how to get more viewers to read your works and hopefully comment on DarkPoetry.com. I'm Matt Stephen. I'm the creator of the site, and I'm going to take just a few minutes to show you some features of the site that will help you to do this. First of all, when you write a new poem, whether you are a trial member or a gold member, it doesn't matter. Your poem is going to show up here in the newest poems, which is the very first thing that most new visitors are going to see. So we do get you off to a good start, whoever you are and whatever your poem is about. You'll often see that some poems in this list may look ridiculous or terrible. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a chance to be seen on this list. Of course, you can click the little arrows to scroll back in time a ways and hunt for things with interesting titles. So number one, if you want your poem to be read, you have to have an interesting title, unless you're, of course, already well known as a writer on DarkPoetry.com, in which case people are going to be watching your profile to see when you post new things. But I'm going from the perspective of the new user of DarkPoetry.com here. So it's very important for a new user to take some time and think of a title that's catchy enough to get people to click on your poem. Here's a nice one, Raven Mockers. So you can click on that. This is another way to get interest in your profile, and that is just simply to express interest in somebody else's profile. So you can go through this work and see if you like it, see what you like about it, and look for the comment link. Comment is right here. It's just a little yellow link toward the bottom of the page. You can click it and write your comment in here. And then you can click comment. Now, of course, this was not very nice of me because I didn't actually read the poem, and I just left a very generic comment. Now, when the author of this poem reads this, they'll say, oh, well, I guess that's great. A dog enjoyed my work. Hopefully you will be a little more creative than I was. When you leave a comment, you'll see there's a little link here. It says how to criticize without causing offense. This also leads to another page which is probably going to be more useful. So let's click on it. Of course, it is important before you decide that you're going to critique somebody that you understand a few facts about how to critique in a useful way and not in an offensive way, because it's very, very easy to offend somebody. So please read this page before you leave anything negative. But if you want some general advice, there's a link right here. Maybe you just run across a poem, you read it, and you think, well, I did like that poem quite a lot, but I don't know what to say about it. I'm no poetry expert. Well, you don't need to be a poetry expert. In this page, how to comment on a poem, it is DarkPoetry.com, no doc commenting, if you can't find it otherwise. It explains some basic ways that everybody can leave some encouraging and hopefully eventually useful feedback on a poem. Alright, so you've been instructed on the basics of reaching out to other people and leaving comments on their works. That is the #1 best way to get your own profile read. So we'll go back to the Dark Poetry homepage now, and we'll find a few other interesting things that can get attention drawn to you. #1, the easiest way to get attention is to be logged on and to be showing up in the Who's On list. These people, anyone who comes to the site is going to see, oh, these people are on, and they may click any of the names, especially the interesting names, so it's good to choose an interesting name as well. Another thing to look at is the chatter box, where it's a real-time chat. People are in here talking mostly at night, but a lot of times during the day now too. There are quite a few people on the down under side of the globe chatting, so it's a lot of interesting people, and there is some help about that too. But you want to be a good citizen in the chatter, and don't go in there if you're intending to promote yourself in an obvious way. Like, don't go in there and say, hey, read my new work. You know, over here on the newest poems. People are not going to go read your new work just because you said that they should. You should probably just read what's being talked about here and then join in. And just be a good member of the community. That's what it all comes down to. Eventually, you will become like some of these gold members, and you can look at one of their website and look at one of their profiles, and you'll see Elisa, for example, has quite a massive number of fans here. So every time she posts something, a whole lot of people know about it and come and read it right away. And you know, this is just one example of a member who's been here a very long time and earned some very special awards and so on, and has a lot of works. And so, you know, that's just another way. I'm also going to have a video shortly available on how to promote yourself by upgrading your account, and you can check that out on the YouTube channel as well. So I hope this has helped you. In a nutshell, spend some time with other people's profile and reading other people's poems and telling them what you think. That is the key to getting free exposure for your own poetry and earning new fans. Enjoy dark poetry.